Happy Moon Day. It's a glorious moon day, people. What's up, everybody? I am the goddess of the moon, the High Priestess Phoenix. On this glorious moon day, I am your spiritual healer and teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, lightworker. Oh, Lord have mercy. Starseed, earth angel, mystic medium, psychic, witch, yogi, guru. Oh my gosh. We're back to work, people. We are back to work. That's that stupid thing with when they come back from the Vegas, they're like, we're back, we're back in black, bro. Really? No, it's actually in the light. But I still be bringing the black to the light. Is it black or white? Michael Jackson? Shit, we're a darker shade of, we're a lighter shade of brown. I'm sorry. Really? Yeah, I just stepped into the spiritual bullshit, and it's full of shit. Really? I mean, I wasn't in the shit until I got in the shit. What's up with the shit? I'm about to deliver you the shit. I am the hostess with the mostess, the dark goddess Lilith, reincarnated God's messenger. In order to keep up with me, you had to see what I posted on my community page. My latest live video. Oh, I have a pain in my shoulder, which means that's in my throat chakra. What's, oh God, I don't want to ask that right now on the camera. That's how it started. I told you guys yesterday how to ask these important questions. It's like, I have a pain in my chakra. And I was going to ask, what am I holding back? That's a blockage. There's something in my throat chakra that's causing pain. Really? Well, what does that mean? It means there's something that's not being said that I need to say. And I was like, what do I have to say? And I was like, wait, don't ask that question. Really? I just felt it. Really? Hey, I'm a healer. I am a healer. That's what I shared in my community page. Japan scientists have discovered that humans can put energy and light out of their fingers. I tried to tell you that all the time. Really? I almost feel tempted to show you what I can do in the hopes that you could see it, but I don't know if you could see it. And I said that in the post. I was like, it looks like dinner for schmucks, really. It's like you can't see it, but we're sending invisible, and it's not invisible. It's just not visible to your eyes. We're sending energetic fucking frequencies through our fingers, through our thoughts, through a lot of things. And someone like me that reads energy, you know what I mean? That's it. And that's how I can show science, how I can project energy outside of me, not only by thoughts, but I can take my energetic field and move it. And I can also create. So going back to what I said, this is creepy. I am the creepy creep. I'm at the rust stuff, the rust pus, the rust bus. And I hear the crowd going crazy, but I can't see them. So I told everyone, this is what I did. I take my hand and I create, usually not counterclockwise, Lewis Hamilton. Oh yeah, and then there's you. Really, it's like, are you going to forgive Lewis? There's nothing to forgive. He's just low vibrational. I totally came to forgiveness. Go on with your bad self. Really, he's just, dude, when they pattern, it's gross. Really? And you're like, did I teach you nothing? I'm not very Jesus-like about that situation. Moving on. Fucking Lewis counterclockwise. That's the only time we have any kind of British shit's coming from his British ass. His ass must be close to something. The energy's moving up my neck. Really? It started in my shoulder blade, and now it's in like the back of my neck. Really? It's going to create a vision. That's what it is. What's blocking it? Oh, look at this and say something. See this and say this. No, please put it back. Put the pain back. I don't want to see the pain. Don't make me see that. Just kidding. It's Monday. We're going to have to. Going back to that. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. I create it. So I create as I tell everyone, I create the freaking pentagram. You'll see me do this a lot. What am I doing? I'm pulling out my energy out of here. Really? And I do a lot of that. You'll see me. I know for sure Brian's seen it, but I dance with my fingers. I do mantras with my fingers. And through that, I'm sending out energy. Really? And you'll see me doing it into the sky. You'll see me doing all kinds of crazy shit like this. What I'm doing is playing with energy. They call it something like a tuning fork, but I do it with my hand. So I can create, what I'll do is I'll create energy. Hold on. I'm showing you what I do before I do it. So I'll create a ball of energy right here, and then I'll pull it up, and I can expand it or I can put it in. You can't see what I'm doing, but it's being done. And it's just thoughts and intentions. I understand how they work, so I can actually project them into something. Really? And that's why when I see a light, I see the lights are red down the street. So I look at them and I go like this. You'll see me do it in the car. That's how I change the lights. My intention is green, 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 and you'll watch them change. I'm using my fingers. Really? I don't, and that's what I told you. I don't actually need fingertips to do this. And that's that Dr. Strange shit. I send it out because your chakras are all aligned here. Everything. And that's how palm readers, and that's that M and all that. Your magic is right here. It's a footprint of your magic. Really? Yeah, same with your feet. Don't let people rub your feet. You're letting them suck on your toes and shit. You're letting them lick your butthole. Never mind. I can't. You guys are letting them into all your energetic orifices. Really? Sorry, that was funny. I got a visual. I mean, too many. It's too early for that. Anyways, yeah, I got the Midas touch. So that's what I did, okay? I'm going to do it for you in just a second. But that's what I did. I created this, right? And I took the pentagram and I stood on the street where I knew he was standing, and I sent it. I said, Russ, come to me. And it hit him, and here he comes, right? And that was the same thing I did. You know what I mean? I just send my thoughts out my fingertips. But I mean, and that's why I was like, some people put it in a wand. They visualize that their power is in the wand and they're sending it out of the wand. Some people visualize, and that's where you visualize your crucifix. You visualize Christ. There's like this Christ energy coming off of it. Or maybe you don't. You just wear it to look cool. I don't know what you think. And that's what it is we give it power by our thoughts. Our beliefs power this whole situation, right? And that goes back to, creation. I'm seeing, all right, Einstein, he thought it and then he spoke it. And that's what was keeping it going, was his belief in it and his words on it. And that's how God creates us, the creators. Really? And that's why I try to tell you, where you put your thoughts. Even if you're not channeling it through your fucking hand, it's coming straight out your fucking mouth, usually, or out your head. You're sending out thought energy, which is creating and manifesting. Really? Ooh, scary. You thought this would happen, didn't you? I bet you did. And I'm only confirmation because you be thinking stupid shit. Stop thinking. Really? Seriously. And then I had to go back to Kanye. Stop talking. Stop it. You have a broken throat chakra. Shh, shh, shh. You're creating madness every time you open your mouth. Really? Just stop. And that's right. Dr. Phil, fucking stop it. Really? Yeah. So let me show you. I'm going to do one. And those that have the eyes to see, there is a possibility you'll see something. What will you see? I don't know. I think it'll look like steam because you can't see behind the veil. A lot of things just look like steam, where it looks like there's like steam, like there's a shift in the matrix. Something doesn't look right. Okay, give me a minute. I usually do this with magic or with music. All right. So I start the star and I circle it. I start the star. Oops, I messed it up. All right. It's because I'm explaining it while I'm doing it. I don't usually explain what I'm doing. I just do. Create it. And then I send it. I'm not going to send this nowhere because I didn't put a thought in it. It's just magic. I create it right here. I put my thought into here. I project my thought into air, and I see it in the size of a pentagram. I put it into a shape, which is a pentagram. Why the pentagram? You have to understand what the pentagram represents, which is all your elements and your directions, and it's sealed. Really? And it's like a coin that I make. Sometimes I'll take the coin and I'll expand it up. But at this particular time, I took the coin and I put it in my hand and I blew it. That's it. it works? Yeah. My belief and my abilities is what makes it work. This goes back to Jesus, the faith of a mustard seed. He has the power to do this because you believe it. He had the power to do it anyways, but he was happy to do it because you believed he could. And he was trying to tell you that. And that's what makes me an evangelist. I can lay my hands upon you and heal you. In the beginning, they made me do a lot of that stupid shit. I would just be walking through a store or a parking lot or even Mother Cabrini's shrine, and I'd walk past a person and they would say, go ask if you can pray for them. I'm like, ugh. I'm not doing that. And I just, as I would say I'm not doing it, but my body would turn around and do exactly what I said, what I was told to do. And I would walk up. Some people would accept it, and I would get on my knees and put my hand over their hurt spot. And I would believe that I would see the power of my hands going into their body and going into this area. And I believed it. And my belief is stronger than their faltering faith. I'll always believe that it worked. So going back to Scary Larry. Scary Larry got in my face and he's like, I was like, my spirit showed me what you were doing and I bound you. And he's like, and I was like, this is what I told him. I was like, they showed me that you weren't bringing people to the church on the corner, on the side of the road. And I bound you. He said, I'm not. And your magic isn't working. At that moment, I got scared for my life because all I had was my magic. And he was in my face saying I didn't have no power. And so right at that moment, I was afraid that all my protection was gone and this scary guy is about to get me. And me and my kid, I start running through Walmart from this 60-year-old man. Then I get out of the store and I see he's already ran out of the store. He's hiding in the back of the parking lot on the phone with someone. So now I know this guy is into some serious, scary shit. And I get home and I'm telling Mr. Plum how scared I was about this. I called him out, Mr. Plum. I told him what my vision said. And he said, yeah, he confirmed it. He looked me in my face and said, I am, and you have no power. And I fucking ran. He was like, what? And he calls his sister and they start talking about how Larry's always been scary. And he's like, I'm going to keep an eye on him. You know, he'd just be driving around here. And so we would sit out there. Fucking Scary Larry would drive by, dude, and I was all paranoid of him. And then it took me a while to realize he was full of shit, dude. My magic super worked. He was never seen. He totally was never seen on the corners again. They stopped seeing him at church. He stopped driving by. Mr. Plum said he was never around. The only time we ever saw him around was around full moons, which was only to me confirmation that he was seriously doing dark magic. Really creepy motherfucker. I'm gonna take my soul tribe down there and beat your ass. Really, it's not like I needed him, but I'm telling you, in my flesh, I was scared as shit one day, dude. I was scared for a minute. And then I was sitting there on the porch, and I'm like, why are you scared of this 60-year-old man? If you don't run at him, and then I was like, you're right. If I ran at his car and punched this dude in the face, I was scared on a magical level. But that's what it is. When I call Alistair, I fucking see him. I see him rise. And I tell him what to do, and I see him do it. My thoughts become fucking real. And that's why my manifestations are so real, and I don't fucking think no stupid shit. And if I speak it, well, I don't know how to take it back. I told you, that's what I'm dealing with right now. You can't take your words back. That's the lesson I'm learning if you haven't been paying attention. Really? The thoughts are one thing, and since I'm brain dead, it wasn't really such a serious situation for me, but mine is my words. Is that what you were thinking? I guess. It came out of my mouth. Really? What a start to the week. Where were we starting with? Oh, the fingertips thing. Yeah, magic and the Midas touch. Stuff like that. And that's why, like, being around me, I am energy. And that's why I said I have a 3-mile radius of my energetic field. So if you see your Merkaba, you know, it's supposed to be an energetic field. Mine is stretched at least 3 miles with no projection. Really? Yep. No projection. I'm sending out good vibes at least 3 miles. But if I'm sending out bad vibes, I'm sending it out at least 3 miles. Realistically, when I choose to project it, I just breathe. It's like, all right, it's like you let it's like breathe harder and push it out further. And that's that Bella thing, is like, see it go out of you. See what you know what I mean? And it's your energy. Really? When I touch people, And that's what I grabbed Russ by his arm, like, Russ. It was like I sent my energy straight into him, and I looked him dead in his eyes. The eyes are the gateway to the soul and the ability to touch. Realistically, that's why touch is so intense. It's like, don't fucking touch me. Don't come too close. Get out of my bubble. You're in my bubble. Really? I'm about to bubble, baby. Anyways, we're on the 4th of July. That's not where we are today. That's how that works. So I told everyone, I just amplify your energy. It's like you're a dead fucking doornail until you come around me, and then you're all filled with all kinds of great energy. And that's because you just had blockages. And that's why people come around and like feed off of me, because I'm giving off good vibes all the fucking time. I was like, you're fucking up my flow here, bro. Seriously, you're all pouring out all your, and that's okay though. I can do it, but I get exhausted. People come and they pour out all their dark vibes, and I alchemize it and give them good vibes, and they're like, "Ooh, I feel good," and "Thank you, made me feel so good about my life," and they go have a shiny day, and I'm just sitting there and what they fucking told me, like, ugh. I have to like alchemize their life off of me. I gotta get this story off of me. I gotta get this, and then I'm like, "Hey, you know what they told me?" Really, it ends up being everybody's dirty story. Really. Oh man, let me turn on my phone. Let me share this story with the world. That was that guy. That guy, dude. That was a weird one, right? That's probably the weirdest video in all my videos. What? It was a fucking dude talking about he was jerking off and all his sexual fucking problems. Fucking 3 o'clock full moon, and I'm out there fucking recording the fucking shadow world. This guy was a creepo, people. I was just minding my business doing full moon shit. Really? Lilith and the creatures in the night, I guess. It just flopped to me. It must have been the candle. All right. I talked about all the shit that was in there, right? Is there something else on my community page? It'll come back up if I need to. Let's talk about this week. Really? What's in for this week? Monday's super harmonious lunar, that's moon energy, grand trine. I don't know, but it's capitalized, so this is big. Promises powerful social bonding. So even if you feel tempted to stay isolated and alone, make an effort to get out and mingle. Mingle while you jingle. That's what I was like, I don't know. What am I gonna do? Damn, I had to download when I was brushing my teeth and I forgot what it was. Fucking memory. It's so annoying. What is it? It's like I'm sitting there and there's like stuff, there's like keys. That's what it is. It's like fucking Harry Potter. There's all these keys to unlock my memory, and it's like, oh fuck, I forgot to open that damn fucking envelope. What's behind her? Really, something like that. It's just like I have this faint memory that I saw something, but I can't remember, and I need that key to unlock that thing. Really? Anyways, I had something to say, but I can't remember what. Going back to mingling, I guess. I don't know. It's a day to get out and I don't know, bro. Like people, I did a lot of peopling the other day. Oh, that's a lot of people. They were cool people. If it would have been too much people, I don't know. People are people. And I sat outside and that was cool. I was cooking under the moon, smoking. I had my headphones. I could chill. I was chill. Really? But I can't. Ooh, too much people is too much people. Definitely take advantage of the last minute invitations as spontaneity is favored. Well, shit. Somebody might invite you to a barbecue. It's the tradition. Really, this is a traditional day to barbecue. They're called national holidays to me. These are like the national fucking barbecue days. What are they? Labor Day, Memorial Day, anybody's summer birthday, any day during the summer, and the 4th of July. At any time during those days, you could drive through any part of town and you smell barbecue. Really? Not like down south barbecue with barbecue sauce, but you smell their grills. You smell people grilling. Really? This is that weekend. They start the fires. I think it's cool. They're not really starting like logs and shit, but they start the fires and they get out and they're all fried out, part of Mother Earth. Really? Why didn't they make Earth Day on this day? And on this day, everybody shall play in the earth. Instead, they put it in the middle of the week like a Rockies game. Where do you 30,000 people come from that you don't have a fucking job? I used to think that all the time while I was running around with kind of no job. I mean, I had a job. I was doing Lyft, but I used to think that it's like the middle of the day. Did you ever notice that baseball games be like in the middle of the weekday, like in the day, and the fucking stadium is like full of people drinking beer and eating hot dogs on the middle of a day? It's like, who are you fucking people? Really? How'd you get the day off to do that? That goes back to live your dream, bitch. I guess. These are daytime partiers. I'm not one of those mimosas and fuck up my life type person in the middle of the morning. I used to not even be awake and bake. I wasn't even gonna smoke till the middle of the day. I had shit to do. I can't just sit here and smoke and chill like that. Yeah, no, couldn't do all that. Realistically, no, I'm fucking drinking. It was fucking crazy. Oh yeah, I told Russ. I totally told you I'd watch you. Russ wasn't drinking like that. He had the same cup of beer the whole time I was there. But it doesn't take much to get fucked up here. I'm a 2 drink fucked up around here. Really, I think it's the altitude. Really, that's what they say it is. I used to push it, but I don't think you should. You'd be pretty fucking buzzed. You're like, you don't need much to be fucked up around here. You're really already high. You don't need nothing to get too much higher around here. You'd be like, you're already a mile high to start with, just breathing the fucking air. Really? Yeah. And so, what am I talking about? I don't know. Things that I saw that I didn't talk about. Really? I saw a lot. You take in a lot with your eyes. How much of it do you actually restore? And me with my memories, it's like, oh, let's look back at what you saw. How did it make you feel? It's a Monday. All right, definitely take advantage of somebody's shit if they tell you to go out and have some food. Really, you have a better chance of going to a barbecue this weekend than you do going to somebody's Thanksgiving dinner. So you better seize the opportunity. Really, have you ever been to a black cookout? Hey, you should go make some black friends, bro. They make fucking the Hispanics. Everybody makes great cookouts because, they're just different games and organizations. I like the black cookout, not so much just because of the food, because you can get great food at the Mexican cookouts. It's the music. It's a vibe. It's a loudness. They're all due respect, and everybody knows this. It's a louder vibe. The black people's got a louder vibe, and they're always persecuting them. Why you gotta be so loud? Hey, shut up. Really, it's a cool ass vibe. Really, you get to take your bra off in a vibe that loud. You're not the loudest person in that room. Sometimes you might need to be to get heard, and that's what's cool about it. Is like in a loud vibe, you don't. I don't know. I'm not so loud in a loud vibe. I like this. I'm not the loudest thing out here. I'm not the center of attention. Really, stuff like that. And then there's like the Mexican kickbacks. Those are always cool, and they're like kickbacks. Really, but they get loud. They really do. The more drinks. Really, hey dude. They're the only ones I know that can like drink for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. Really? No. And then the white people they have like games and stuff. Really? They're not about so much the music and the storytelling. They're more about like the games and the entertainment and stuff. They're really like, they like make like, I don't know, they play like beer pong and do like, I don't know, slip and slides and weird shit. Really? Yeah, you're not gonna catch that at the fucking, at the typical black cookout. You're not gonna have all that, but they'll have like water balloons and stuff like that. It's just different vibes. Have you ever vibed with different people? I'm just saying, if you want to be such an asshole, I mean seriously, because people are cool. Go roll up at a park. Really? Yeah, get out of your fucking car and just be like, that's what I'm going to do right now, but not for that reason. I was not trying to party crash, but I just wanted to go, I wanted to do it last night, is go walk around the park. But if you go roll up at some of these, here West Khalifa, you go roll up at some of these places and shit, you know what I mean? Like going to the lake right now, if you don't go right now in Denver, if you're not there by like 11, you're not getting in. Really? You're not getting in that bitch. And it's not about that. It's like just being part of the vibe, dude. They're all doing different things. There's a good example. And it's just a place where everybody throws their vibes. So if you don't have a lake or something like that, you go to like the parks and they're barbecuing and they're having music and they're having family and they're having function. And that's the same thing, Memorial Day, Labor Day, fucking, what the fuck is that? 4th of July. And then, they just have festivals throughout the whole fucking summer that they do this shit where people just, get together with some food, some drink under the sun and, turn on some music and tell stories. Really? I mean, be part of the shit if you ain't been part of the shit. And then you become that person that starts hosting the shit. You get tired of going to other people's places, and you're like, I'm gonna host one. I'm gonna have everyone come. And that's where you stop going to the fucking bars for Halloween and you start having Halloween parties. Those are bodacious. Really? I'll roll up. Really? Stuff like that. It's like you stop looking for things to do and you become the thing to do. Really? And that goes back to that documentary I watched about Martin Short. It's like if you invited him to the party and he wasn't coming to the party, then you weren't even going to throw a party. And that's what fucking Freak Show said about me. It's like, she is the party. I really am. I came here to fuck it up. Let's act a fool. Really? I have the best ideas. Let's have fun with this. Really? Fucking spin the bottle. Motherfucker, on your head. Let me see you breakdance, bro. And that's where a bunch of us are trying to do something we never should have been trying to do. Really? It's like, I could do this. I bet you can, dude. And that's us with that. Trying to pick up Thor's hammer. Okay, maybe not. Sit down. Tuesday is a bit of a mixed bag. On one hand, people could be aggressive and competitive. Hey, take it easy, Mars. But on the other hand, you will be confident enough to set firm boundaries to avoid being swept up in unnecessary drama. See, this is where I usually get to steer clear because I don't fuck with nobody. Nobody who can pour their drama on me. No, unless I come in contact with you. Really? And those are those days. It's like the only way I'm in contact is by phone. If I don't look at my phone, if I don't open these applications, I don't know what's going on out there. I don't have a TV. I mean, I'm looking in the multiverse. I have no idea what's going on outside of me unless I get in my car and like see gas prices or something. I'm like, hey, did you know they built a building over there? There's a whole new building over there. Really? No, I don't fuck around. But this could be for you because you got a lot of people going on in your life and you got a mixed bag to deal with. Me, not so much. They're all kind of just invisible energies that, fog my thought process. Steer clear of dating and romantic wrangling on Thursday. I have too much to deal with on a Thursday anyways. My daughter was trying to get me to go to freaking the mall, and I remembered I made a fucking dentist appointment. Why do you do that? I don't know. I'm just trying to do the things I'm supposed to do. Tomorrow I have a stupid job interview. Really, I don't know. I don't even know if I really want the job. I'm serious. I just want to put on my dress and go see what's up. Really, it gives me something to do tomorrow. I could be like, oh, that was dumb. Really? Yep. I don't know. I'm going to go check it out. I got to see where it is and what it's about and see, hey, do you want to come down here, every day for the next 3 weeks and make some money? I don't know. What do you want me to do for this money? My mind is so different from yours. Really? Gotta make that money, man. Money, man, is still the same, yo. Bone Thugs and Harmony is here this weekend. I don't know if it was today or yesterday. They're here performing. It's a big deal. They're always here. Really? Holla at the boys. The boys in the hood. All right, moving on. Don't allow anyone to control you or tell you what to do. Hey, I said that earlier. Fucking Steve's Love Tarot had some video and I popped it on. And he's like, this is just guidance. And I hung it up. I don't need your guidance. Every time you tell me to do something, I already did the opposite of whatever you're about to say. And I have proof. Every time he drops a video, he tells people not to do this, and I already did it. I did it. That message did not get to me, not on time, not even before time, not even aligned with what happened. You're trying to save, and that's your projection, bitch. Steve's always projecting. And that's what, we're on this trip. It's been a while since I did one of these. Been a while. I do them once a month. It's how much I've warned people to stay away from tarot readers. Why? Because you're going to them for guidance, and they have no life skills to guide you through this. You're going to Wolfman to have a long-lasting relationship who does not have a long-lasting relationship. He has no story of ever having one, and even a crashed one, like mine. He doesn't even have a story of, I'm trying to attain one. And you're going to him, and he's going to tell you how to be in a loving relationship when he's never had one? And that's most of these love readings. Then you go to a man who's married, who talks about jerking off all the time and how he was all of these great, he was the girl gone wild before he became this woman's house bitch. And he just sits there with his bird. Really listen to the guy. He doesn't have a job. He says he worked around fucking fixing people's cars. He sounds like a fucking winner. Really? Oh, that's one you really take home. Seriously, I hear him, and that's not just that. And it's like, I go to tarot not for guidance, but for confirmation. You know what I mean? I used to listen to him. They're like, the divine masculine is doing this. It wasn't some dude. These dudes are doing nothing. It's my inner masculine that's doing it. So it's confirmation to me. But he's trying to tell you what you should or shouldn't do. Bitch, go live your own lame ass life where you literally don't do anything but sit there all day pulling cards. Not to say I do anything better, but I do spend the rest of my time with deities and other shit. Realistically, I mean, seriously though. And that's where I was like, I don't resonate with them. I never did. I was always against them. I always told them they had no power, that any person could pick up a pack of tarot and take this journey without them. They don't need their guidance because these people haven't took the journey. They know tarot, but haven't took the journey of tarot. So how can they use the tarot to tell you how to take your journey? And that goes back to Wolfman. The last video he shared 3 weeks ago was about how to take the love journey according to the tarot. Watch how many times he stops the video and cuts it, and it doesn't even. It's about a journey of loving yourself, not loving another person. And he's just trying to get people to that outcome when that's not even something he's trying to get for himself. He's not getting to a place where I get to get married and be happily ever after, but he's trying to get everybody else there. Now, what am I doing? I'm healing, and I'm trying to teach everyone else to heal. Through my healing journey, I teach you that. But I'm not projecting shit on you that I'm not. This is all about me, bitch. And this is guidance for you when you get to these moments in your life. And it's confirmation. Every time I pull a card, I already did this. I already did it. I already did it. I already did it. Really? Watch. Let's keep going. But that's what it is. You're looking for someone else that doesn't have a life to tell you how to live your life. Don't allow anyone to control or tell you what to do. Instead of getting into a fight, it may be better to emotionally detach and shower your goodwill elsewhere. And that's what I was talking about, Morgan. She's not, I don't know if she was always that negative, but I saw it. And with what happened this week, unless, you know what I mean? It's like, I can't talk to you because you're just going to be negative. And maybe I made you negative because when I talked to you about them, I was negative. But that's where people get so set in their minds that they can't be flexible. They can't be compassionate. They can't be understanding. They can't be forgiving. They can't be kind to the situation. They can't be forgiving about any of this. It's like, no, you shouldn't. No, fuck them. Well, that was my mentality too. But I'm trying to soften up to things. And somebody that wants to be hard about everything isn't a good influence on my life right now. Really, she told me not to fucking go, and that fuck him, and I shouldn't fucking even deal with him after everything that I've gone through with him. I remember we were sitting there last year when he showed up. We're sitting right next to each other laughing about it, and I could feel fucking Bobby's energy right in the middle of it. Really, I was just sitting there in the fucking juju. Really, and that's where it is like, I don't want your company, because when I say something, you're going to try to put your perspective on it, and your perspective, with all due respect, is negative. And that's what I'm talking about, these tarot readers. I don't want your fucking opinion on how I should live my life. And that's where you guys are going to them. You're asking them to tell you how to live your life. I'm showing you how I live my life, and that, as a guidance, because you ain't never seen nobody do no shit like this before. I ain't never did no shit like this before. You ever done no shit like this? I'm creating a life, and that's an emblem for others that want to, go out and create their own life, or just follow the way that life is going. But don't let somebody that doesn't have a life tell you how to live your life. Really? It's like, how is somebody that doesn't know how to manifest going to teach you how to manifest? How is somebody that's never faced their shadow going to teach you how to face your shadow? How is this? It's not real. Tarot readers are just reading cards, and you need to empower yourself and stop paying for the drive-through fucking bullshit, because they're putting too much sauce on it. Their little special sauce. Dude, I wouldn't eat the clam chowder. All right. Is it the red or is it the white? I always forget that part. Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. All right. Anyways, moving on. Sorry, movies, music, it all pops in there. Weekend outlook. If you can roll with the last minute changes to your schedule, Saturday is a chilled out day when you can find grounding through art and inspiration. Dude, is that when I finally put together this shit? Because I was really going to start today. The full moon on Sunday, on the other hand, is an excellent time to plan out your goals for the upcoming 12 months. Ooh, this is a whole year. It's the best. Why this one? Because you're the most optimistic under Sagittarius energy. You're the most driven. You're the full of the most fire. So that's where you want to put this fire in. You put your dreams into this. Really? Yup. I have to figure that out. That's why I said I'm not gonna ruin my full moon ceremony, which is something I wanted to do for me. I swear, I just wanted to be out there. I'm gonna do this wherever I go. But you're welcome to join. But this is a big thing to me. Really? And I have a tent. Dancing naked under the full moon is a difficult task when you live in the city and it's just difficult. And I have an opportunity to do what is very difficult to do with the freedom to do it. I get to do everything I want to do. Really? They told me not to be manifesting sex out there, but I mean, that's always in the back of my head. It's like, even without it, I get to just do that. The kids aren't coming. I get to light a fire, set up all my shit. If I want to go in the water, I can, but I can just sit there and space out. I don't have to do shit. I don't have to walk the dog. I don't have to clean the house. I don't have to watch nothing. I can just sit there and space out in Mother Nature. Really? For all that time. And then if people come, then you know what I mean? Then I'll do other stuff. But that's it. I just take it in and then I put it out under the full moon. I think about everything I want in my life and how I want it to look. And I just put that into that and I breathe it into the candles and I light the freaking incense and I dance and I listen to music and I think about a happy life, what my life is going to be. And I dance the night away and then I rest in it and then it becomes. Yeah, we usually do this on new moons, but we can do it if this is a great full moon. We don't always do manifestations under full moons. Really? Mm-mm. Typically, witches don't work under full moons. It's our time to take the day off. We do all the work around the other moon cycles. This is the day of fullness. Or, it's we've been preparing all for this day. And then when it's done, we got to take it all off. You know what I mean? It's like you put up all your fucking decorations for Halloween all the way till Halloween, and then after it's done, you gotta take all that fucking shit off. You can't leave your Halloween decorations up for too long. That's ghetto. You're supposed to be moving on. And then don't talk about Christmas because those motherfuckers be up till fucking February. Really? Well, at least till January something is what I found out. They always keep them up till at least January 1st, I think it is, or something. That's a long time. Really? But no, you do all this work. And me, somebody that goes hard for fucking Halloween, it took me almost a month to put it all up, only to take it all down in one night. It was like, geez, that was a lot. But that's the moon cycle. You build up to all of this great shit. You sit in what you were able to accomplish and you see what worked and what didn't. And if you still want to keep working on it, if you want to add some new projects, if you want to do that, and then you start the fire. And then during that, you're burning away the stuff that didn't work. You know what I mean? The experience. On the buildup, there's a lot of hard shit that you deal with. And that's where you do the release. You release all this shit that, you know what I mean? It's like you picked up a lot of fucking extra material along the way of, trying to build up to this idea. You took on a lot of other ideas along the way and you sit back and you're like, okay, I don't want to do that. I'm done with the gym now. Really? You only been doing it for 2 weeks? Yeah, it's not working for me. I'll find another way. This isn't really, you know what I mean? And that's where it is you took on too many projects or whatever, and you start to sort through them in the next 15 days. And then you're free from all the shit that was a little bit too much. You're like, okay, I feel better. And here comes the new moon. You're like, all right, let's start some new projects. Really? Yeah, and you build on all of this stuff. And by the full moon, you see what worked and which ones you want to keep going and which ones you don't. And we just keep doing that, creatively creating our life through the moon cycles, creating and destroying cycles, death, transformation, and rebirth. Really? A new moon is a new cycle. A dark moon is the end of a cycle, which only starts the new cycle. You know what I mean? In the middle of the cycle is the best part, and that's where you peak. Really? It's all downhill from here. Really? Yeah, we're about to hit that peak. Dante's peak. Dante's Inferno is what I heard. Moving on. So the full moon on Sunday, on the other hand, is an excellent time to plan out your goals. Tips for a 5-star week. Focus on establishing firm boundaries to keep others from encroaching on your personal territory. That's good for you guys because you don't have boundaries. And I've been teaching you this. It's like you have to teach people how to respect you, how to love you, how to talk to you, how to be with you, be around you. Otherwise, they're pushing, they're, I can't say they're doing anything. You're allowing too much. You're taking in too much. That's what this is about. You haven't established that line of where they stop and you start. There has to be a line where you start, where your, you know what I mean, your boundaries are with every single person. Really? It can't be, you know what I mean? There's no, it's like, you know, I know you talk to your friends like that, but you don't talk to me like that. Stuff like that is, you have to teach people. I understand this is, but not with me. You can't do that with me. And that's boundaries. You know what I mean? And that's establishing, you know, your personal territory. What is acceptable and what isn't. And don't be so unforgiving and unacceptable. You know what I mean? It's like, well, you know, I don't really like to be around people that curse. Those words are kind of harsh to my ears. But by that being said, it's like that's like me being around a person that speaks a language I don't know. It's like, I don't know what they're saying. I don't really like how that sounds. Well, you know, get through the harshness of the sound and get to the point of, you know what I mean? And that's where it is. It's like, I don't usually be around people that smoke. Well, this is a great opportunity for you to learn that people that smoke aren't a bad person. Something like that. Personal boundaries and stuff like that is just, or personal territory is understanding, making it understood to people that they're overstepping you. You don't have to be, in the beginning, you might be kind of harsh because you're pushed to your limits and now you have to push back real hard. But there's ways to do it calmer. Where it's like, you know what I mean? You're overstepping, you know what I mean? You're making me uncomfortable. And that's where it is when you tell people your feelings lightly, it's like they don't hear it. It's like, please don't do that. Please don't do that. Please don't. I fucking told you not to do that, dude. I told you I don't like that. And you keep fucking doing it. And then they're like, you're overreacting. Bro, you're not listening. I told you I don't like that. And that's where this personal territory. They're not respecting the things that make you feel uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Or just, that's it. It's like, this is, and that goes back to my son. I swear to God, I know he has my computer in the room. I came in his room at 6 o'clock in the morning. He was wide awake. And I was like, what are you doing? Nothing. I just woke up. I was like, I was like, pull your bed apart so I could wash your bedding. And I went to go have coffee. I came back. He was passed out in the bed. So, you motherfucker. I didn't check, but I'm pretty sure he took my fucking computer again. What is he doing? I don't know, playing games. But it's like, yeah, he says it has better graphics. And he can manage the freaking, I don't know. I'm going to buy him one for his birthday. It's just annoying me, to be honest. It's not like I'm doing anything. I'm just trying to stay firm and this is mine and you can't touch it. But it's not really working. If I really cared, then I'd make it more firm, I suppose, by forcefulness or something. I'm not really, it's not that, I guess it's just, I don't know. Now that I'm saying it, it's like you're rolling over backwards for this. Maybe, let me check my closet and see if I'm just accusing him of some shit. But I'm pretty positive. I don't think I have to be psychic to do this. Never mind. It's in my closet. See, I was overreacting. But that did happen. Really? And that's what I said, dude, is like, what do I have to do to get this across to you? Really? Some people, and then you have to just get away from them because they won't respect that this isn't cool, dude. I said, I'm not going to do this. I'm with you. I don't want to deal with this. Really? And as I said that, it's like, you know, I'm kind of seeing Morgan. And as soon as I sat down, I got a huge whiff of I'm looking at him too. I keep looking at him. This one, I guess, is what I'm looking at. I got a whiff of incense. What is this one? Toasted coconut and citron. Hey guys, I heard on the radio, I went looking for it. I heard that Dr. Pepper has a coconut flavor. I hate Dr. Pepper. I don't like the cream soda of it. It's just creamy to me. But I'm going to try this coconut one, dude. So I went looking for it. Did you know that I don't go to the store that often. I mean, I don't stare at stuff like that. I miss that all the time. Do you know how many flavors of Dr. Pepper they have? Really? And of Mountain Dew. But all the Mountain Dew tastes the same. It's just a flavor. It's just a different colored syrup. Really? I think they all taste the same. Really? I really do. But anyways, going to coconut. I really like coconut. Really, it's one of my favorites. This is exactly what I was smelling. That's crazy. Really, we're being guided to light a magic stick. All right, going back to this week, you have to, I don't know, have fun today and then get on your shit tomorrow. That's what it said. Avoid what? Thursday is bullies and control freaks will try to take advantage of your kind heart. Hey, I missed that part. Really? Yeah, it says steer clear of dating and romantic wrangling on Thursday, as bullies and control freaks will try to take advantage of your kind heart. Really? Somebody's going to try to lock me down. Really? I don't know. They don't want me to give my love to people. You know, I had to look back at Russ. I was like, Jesus Christ, it's fucking Bobby all over again. Really? What was the problem with Russ? I really hated it. It's in those videos. I just didn't want to love him, dude. I just didn't want to give him my attention. Why? Because he wasn't giving me his attention back. When I look back at the very bottom line of it, why did I get so mad at Bobby? Because he wouldn't let me love him the way I wanted to. Why did I get so mad at fucking Russ? Because he wouldn't let me love him the way I wanted to. And he rejected me. And I thought I was too good for this. And I hated the fact that I even wanted his attention. Realistically, yeah, I was fucking pissed off about it. So I did everything magically. I don't even like that. I don't want to. The whole fight was not, you know what I mean, loving him. It was giving into it. It's not that I didn't love him. I just didn't want to. Like, serious? I didn't want to. And that's what happened with Bobby. I didn't want to love him. And then I told you, I finally gave in and was like, all right, fine. I love you, Russ. I love you, Russ. And I gave in anytime that they would make me go, and which they stopped doing so much. Go tell Russ that you love him. So now we're at a part where it's like, God doesn't have to force me. I can just acknowledge. You know what I mean? The fight was not to love him. And that's what I told him in the DMs. I was all, the resistance and the reactions were just patterns. It was always it was always a program to resist having feelings for you or just basically anyone. Really? I didn't want these feelings for anyone. I didn't want to have these feelings for anyone. Really? The attraction at all. So then when I would try to give into the attraction and be met with like silence or rejection, I fucking hated myself for even trying. Really? And so after it was done, and that's what I told him, what was it with Russ? I just wanted to forget him. And I couldn't. I couldn't really forget any of them. I really did. I wanted to forget that I tried that hard to get close to Russ. And I felt stupid for trying to get close to Russ. And I didn't understand. And fuck Russ. Really? And so it became a thing as every time, just like Bobby, every time he would come to mind, it's like, no, I'm not going to be nice to this. I'm not giving in to this. Really? And the reaction was just set. When I see Russ, this is how I react. I turn this part turns on every time. Every time. And then I realized, why am I even doing this? I don't even know, but it's still there. It's still a pattern. Really? Yup. The pattern is, nah, fuck Russ. Really? That's the pattern. Fuck Russ. I put that pattern inside of me. Really? But you can see I love Russ. I just don't want to. I love Bobby. I just don't want to. I love Allie. I just don't want to. Realistically, yeah. And I said that too. And I was like, it stopped by Marshall. But it kind of didn't. And that's what I said. Actually, no. As I was typing it, I was like, never mind. I'm still bitching at him that he won't fucking grow up. And that's where I realized too. I assumed, and this is the truth, and you can see it now, this is twice. 3 times is a charm. Fucking Prince Charming over here. I assumed that you would have to heal in order for us to align. But that's not true. I can meet you on an unhealed level, but it doesn't feel good. It's just surface. Really? Okay, example. I can't have a real connection with Bobby unless he's healed. But I can have a connection. It's just unhealed. Right? So going back to Brian, I could meet Brian in his workplace and we can meet on this level, but we could never have anything more than that until he felt, more confident outside of his job. Really? And that's kind of it. It's like, I can meet you at your level, Russ, but this is it. We can't go any deeper. This is it. It's surface. It's just 3D. Realistically, until you can get to my level where you can sit down with me, then we're not really fully aligning on that. But I can when I lower my vibration. And that's what I told him. I was like, you saw it. I don't fit in there. I can put on my lower self and I can walk into this crowd and I can be all that I ever was. But you can see I'm not to be ugly. I'm too good for this. There's no reason a priestess should be in the club. When I became a priestess, it wasn't just about a title. It's that it was an energetic thing. You know what I mean? There's no reason the priestess should be out here, you know what I mean, having an affair with a married man. If I wasn't a priestess, I could just be a dirty girl having a great time. We could be, and that's what he said. It's like, you know, if you just put down the cards, if you put down your virtues, if you just put down, you know what I mean, your power and authority and be a bad girl, we can have a great time. Really? Yeah. And that's where I have to lower my vibration. It's like, dude, I cannot believe I'm sitting out there and I'm like, I wouldn't even do this. Where would I ever do this for? Whose line would I ever stand in? I'm the girl that comes in backstage. Why am I standing in a line for Russ? I was like, I would never do this. Why am I? And that's love. To show you how much I love you. I'm going to do this stupid shit to show you that I love you. But I would never do this. I can't think of one mate. I didn't even buy tickets to Marshall's show. I wouldn't even do this for Marshall. I won tickets, but like I wouldn't even do this type shit. But that's where it is like you know what I mean? And so going back to it, it was just resistance. I don't want to love people. Because unfortunately, how it's always worked for me is no matter how much love I give to people, I never seem to be loved back. So it's a pride and ego thing. Really? Really. And you could say, well, you're making it out of your intention. No, have you seen how much I love you? It pushes people away. It's too much. I had to learn why. It wasn't that I didn't, yeah, I didn't know how to love, but it's also the intensity of what I'm pushing on people. I don't have any chill. Let me touch your hair, Russ. Let me just reach out and grab your hair. It wasn't even like I thought about it before I did it. As the thought was happening, I did. It gets so weird around here, really. And it's like, oh, I don't want to, and that's what I said. I don't want to open this up. I don't want to open this up. Why? Because it's scary. I don't have control over it. I'm over loving. It's a little bit too much. It's kind of cringe. It looks all cute and shit, maybe. But I'm a grown-ass woman, and this is very uncomfortable, and you're a stranger. Hear my inner child come out? I'm a grown-ass woman, and you're a stranger. That's why I was like, I was about to have sex with a stranger in the woods. If it was just I was about to hook up with a person outside of the club, that would be cool. But I'm not a priest. I'm not in the clubs. I was trying to figure out how to mix the two worlds. This isn't going so well. Can't ever figure this out. Really? And that's where it's like, can you go be a busy, a working bee and not be the priestess, not be the freak? I try to dress, but then I don't. I get out there and you still see it. Even if I put on, and that's what it is. I told you, Russ, I don't dress all sleazy. I dress all professional. But then you put all the fucking jewelry and it's like, she's a witch. If I didn't have all that fucking jewelry, bro, they would just think I was just like, a working class chick. That jewelry fucking does me in all the fucking time. And I have to wear it proudly. See my pentagram. See my cards. Going back to it, let's pull the cards. Really? I mean, it's just confirmation, I think. I'm talking about grounding, really, and the best way to ground is to go into Mother Nature and experience the ground. Sorry, that was a stupid answer. I'm seeing the crows. All right, that's quantum. I don't want quantum. I don't want to do quantum. Really? I don't want to. God. We're going to pull the crows card. Really? Yeah. What is it? Ew. It's the Five of Pentacles. Restraint. Is that you? You're stuck. Ew. It talks about financial stuckness. Really? I don't know. I mean, I used to be there, but I don't. work with the physical. It just becomes physical. Really? Yeah. I don't know how to explain that. And that's what Russ said. How'd you blow $8,000 out here? The fuck is that? Just the bar tab cost $8,000? Really? I don't understand how that worked. Really? I don't know. I don't understand how they what happened. It cost $8,000 for that night. I don't know. He put that in his post. I was like, what does that mean? Really? He's always talking about money stuff. I never know what he's talking about when he talks about money. Apparently, him and his numbers. Really? I don't know. To infinity and beyond. All right. In a world ruled by machines, living inhabitants feel lost, abandoned, and alone. The vice grips tight, and we ache for assistance and support. Our pleas are met by mocking laughter. Keywords: ooh, failure, loss, lack of help or resources. That was pretty dark. Is there a light side? What did I lose? My mind. I guess as I say it, it's just I lost a way of thinking, but it wasn't a good way of thinking, so it wasn't a loss. The vice grips tightly, and we ache for assistance and support. Failure, loss, lack of help or resources. We're gonna have to dive deeper on this one because that's not really helpful. I mean, I don't know. Did we take an L over the weekend, people? I wasn't there. It was the fucking Rush show. Did he take an L? He said he overspent. I don't think $8,000 a lot for you, Russ. I was talking about all this money, Russ. I guess if you didn't plan on spending that, I was like, geez, how did I blow $8,000 last night? I mean, it sounds like a lot. You could have had a car around here. Seriously, you could have bought me a car. I know. I should have been like, show some love, Russ. Where's the Applebee? I don't even speak your language. I'm gonna learn. I'm being an idiot. Moving on. 5 of Cups? No, coins. It gets worse. Really? Obviously. Pentacles. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Ew, restriction. All right. Things have taken a turn for the worst. You might be facing a loss of your job, repossession of your home. Your business might be failing. Your loan application might be turned down, or you might be just in serious short of money. Really? Whoa. You're causing your you're cursing your bad luck, but you must bear some responsibility for your situation. Have you been ignoring your debts or living beyond your means? You are feeling alone in your misery, and so-called friends vanish when you stop having money to keep them entertained. I experienced that firsthand. That's where I don't fuck with Russ on that. I used to, show my love through, gifts and services. And when I didn't have the money, I got no love. Really, it was bad. And that even goes back to, the studio. I worked hard with these people for like 8 months and was included them on my project and was influencing them and working with them on theirs and connecting them with people. And I thought we were going to, after I finished my project, we could go on with our individual projects and do something big, a collaboration, a tour, something we could keep going. When I stopped putting money into the studio, I had nothing in common with these people. Really, I couldn't get them. Like, it's just, and not just that, it's like when I didn't have a reason, you know what I mean, when I wasn't the person to call, then because I didn't have something to offer, then I wasn't the person to call, and then my phone never rang again. Really. You don't know where to turn, but help is out there for you. This is the stage of Baba Yaga. We have to learn self-sufficiency. You have to learn that who your not really true friends are, but just the truth. All the hanger-ons, all the fucking energy harvesters. But you see, you kind of hate them because of what it was, but you look back and you realize, I was totally doing this. I was the one keeping this whole relationship going. I was putting in all the effort, all the money, all the love, all of that. You know what I mean? It's like, if I didn't pay for this and make this an experience, there was never one to be had. You never invited me anywhere. You never had any great ideas. You never had any plans. It was all about me and how much of me I was pouring into the relationship with you. And the very second I stopped pouring into it, there's literally no relationship. And that's that overgiving. and not receiving anything in return, just overgiving. You'll go through that for many stages of people. You think that you've learned with this person, but then the next person, in your eyes, takes advantage of you. People never take anything that we didn't give to them. And you're like, going back to, I'm seeing Mike Stud. Mike Stud's best friend took everything from him. Mike Stud gave him the keys to do it, which was trust. Really? Mm-hmm. And how did that happen? Because Mike Stud was too trusting of the relationship and not paying attention to what the relationship was. He had a good relationship with this person, and he assumed that this relationship was just continuing to be good, not seeing that he didn't see it all the way. And then when it was all gone, he definitely saw the red flags where he should have known better, that there was many signs that his friend was taking advantage of him, but he didn't pay attention. He just didn't see the signs because he wasn't paying attention to his friend. That's where it comes down to. If you were being a better friend, you would have seen this. You assumed he was the best friend. He was your best friend, but you weren't being a best friend because you would have seen he wasn't a good friend at all. Really? And that's where it is. It's your best friend. It's your lover. It's somebody, you know what I mean? They betrayed you. You overgave to them. You didn't put a boundary on what they could and could not take from you and what they could and could not get away with. And that's, going back to Wolfman. I know you're a fuckboy. I have accepted this, but you better know right now, buddy, I will forgive you, but I will not allow that. You have to have that under fucking control before you come near me, because you will lose everything not having control over that. I accept it. And that goes back to your drugs and alcohol. I accept this, but you better fucking understand that you will lose everything, losing control over this or keeping this around. Really? Yeah. Your friends become your enemies. Your friends and your family, the people that betray you are the ones that you let in closest. And it's not their fault. You let them. Going back to my sister, fuck, dude, my brother betrayed her bad. And I felt so much worse for what she did to her. But then after her, I looked at the long line, how he did it to me and everybody else. She let him, you know what I mean? He didn't go into her wallet and steal her fucking credit card. She would let him have access to her card and, give him the PIN number and tell him to do stuff. She let him have access to her keys. She never thought that he would take the card and the keys, but that's where it is. And it's that one, it was closest. Nobody came into your house and broke in and took your wallet and your keys and took all your stuff. It's those closest that have access to you, because they've never learned that there was a limit to how much access they can take from you. It's like, oh, it's okay. My mom won't mind. They won't notice that I took $20. I do it all the time and they never say anything. And that's your fault. You never said anything. It's like, I know you're taking from me, but you're getting away with it, so you're going to continue to keep taking from me. And I'm seeing cheating. It's like, I know you're talking to other girls, and because because I don't want to start this fight, it's only going to get worse. Because I don't want to face this, it's going to get worse. It starts with talking, but the talking is, you know what I mean? I'm not going to say something until you're already in bed with another woman when I knew you was talking and I didn't stand up and say something sooner. Really? Yeah. At first you blame them, but you have a lot to play in this, dude. You allowed this. It's like, how could you do this to me? The question is, and that's where I stood with a lot of hatred toward myself and regret. How did I allow this to happen to me? I allowed my ex-husband to treat me like that. Why didn't I sock that bitch in his face? Why didn't I stand up for myself? Why didn't I do anything? Because, and that's why I don't want to be in love. Because out of love, I accepted too much. In order to accept you, I had to accept all of this. And that's where it's like, I can love you, but that doesn't mean I have to accept this behavior. Really? Mm-hmm. Gotta be careful with that. whatever it is, you know what I mean? You don't know where to turn, but there's help out there, which whether from a professional advisor, your real friends, or your family. So ask. You have based your happiness on material possessions, and you may be feeling lost and worthless. This could be a wake up call that you need to understand that real fulfillment in life comes from love and spiritual connection. Russ is going through, I assure you, as much as I'm going through a wake up, he's going through a huge one. His life looked very different before he stood in front of me, and now it looks very different. And that's what it is. All that shit, all the places he goes, all the things he's experienced, 1 hour of standing there in the middle of love and a spiritual connection was far more important than what he can do. And that's what it is. It's like, Russ, you can do whatever you want. You have all the money in the world. All you do is work. And that's trying to make a loving and, connection with people. But you just need to make it with yourself. Everything looks a little bit different now, doesn't it, though? I don't know. I never understood why you did it to begin with. It was just the show. It's like, Lewis, you have to show that you have these things just to be accepted in that crowd. You don't have to be that here. You don't have to be more. You're more than enough, around regular people. You're trying to impress people that are unnatural. That's what I would say. I wouldn't say. And in essence, in your world, they're just regular. And to mine, they're just regular people no matter what they have. I don't care. You're going to ooh and awe my eyes by the things that it sees. You know what I mean? Your necklace was the shiniest thing I've ever seen. And it was ooh and awe, but it's not like I'm going to, you know what I mean? I'm thinking of ways to steal it, and I need something like that in my life. Really? Stuff like that. You had the nerve. I have you on video. You had the nerve. That guy went back and his car was making all that noise. He's like, I hate people that have loud cars for no reason. And I wanted to interrupt you right there. I was like, what about your McLaren? Because I know that thing goes boom, boom. Fucking boomer. Really? Boomer. Anyways, it's stupid. It's like all that really doesn't matter, does it? Like my daughter says, you're never supposed to meet your hero. Nothing compares. Really? I guess. Whatever. Going back to that. You may be feeling worthless. This could be a wake-up call that you need to understand. Real fulfillment in life comes from love and spiritual connection. Occasionally, the appearance of this card can suggest that you've decided to leave the rat race and live a simpler life in pursuit of greater personal happiness. Hey, dude, you're worth a lot of money. You could just buy a house out here and just come and hang out on the weekends. You know what I mean? Set up your studio and make some music, have some fun, go for walks, do something. Really? You can always have your home, but you can create happiness outside of home. Really? Colorado's full of fucking fun shit. Really? It was a fun vibe, wasn't it? Get you an oxygen tank and you'll be all right, old man. There's lots of shit to do. You could have gone bike riding. You could have gone tubing. I want to do tubing. I haven't done that. I have memories of doing it as a little girl over in Bear Creek, but you weren't supposed to. So we wouldn't go too far. We'd ride it past like Sheridan and then we'd get off. And it's the same thing that turns into the Platte River. Ooh, you shouldn't ride it down there. Go up further up where the water's clean. Really? And I want to do that. That was so fun to me when I was in Arizona and all these tubing people came. There was hundreds of them. And they came on all these blow up tubes and there was a bunch of hot guys with fucking tattoos and fucking, dude, it was so fucking funny. I love that video. I'm just sitting there on a fucking Thursday in my fucking bathing suit and here rolls up all these fucking hot guys on tubes. They're listening to music. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? I was like, you're in the right place. It was the funniest video. I gotta find it. It was such a great video. Really? Yeah, I want to do tubing. I couldn't do it with my kids before. I literally had to put them in swimming classes for just that. I was afraid of shit like that. I want to do tubing. Really? That's super fun. You can only catch it, there's lots of places to do it, and I just want to do it. Really? Yeah. There's horseback riding. There's all kinds of shit you can do here in Colorado. Really? It's not the city stuff. It's the country stuff. It's the outdoorsy stuff. It's fun stuff. Really? It's fun stuff. I'm going to shoot an arrow at something. I don't know what, but I'm going to use a BB gun. Really weird stuff. All right, moving on. The restriction in this card may not be a financial one. You could be feeling run down or ill, or facing difficulties in getting diagnosis or treatment, or be struggling to recover from a debilitating condition. Be persistent, ask questions, and press the health official or health professionals. Don't neglect your health. Alternatively, you might be feeling alone and restricted within a relationship. Perhaps you're caring for a handicapped person. Hey, dude, with all love, dude, if this is the girl you love, then treat her better than anybody has. Not because you don't want to lose her, but because she deserves it. Really? Yeah. I said all kinds of mean things. It's like, she's the best you're ever going to do, and you're the best you're ever. It's probably true, but I said it from a negative place, and I mean it from a positive place here. You know what I mean? Seriously. And she's a bit of a handicapped child. That's what it says right here. If you're caring for a handicapped partner or child, this is wearing you down and causing you worries, or could have chosen a relationship that alienates you from your family and social circle and are beginning to feel some regrets about it. Yeah, well, when you have a partner that they don't accept, then you can't bring them to the party. And my Aunt Pat was a bitch. Oh, what a cunt-ass. Really? She wouldn't let Aunt Jean bring her partner, her lesbian partner. Really? Yeah. She wouldn't let us drink either. It didn't stop us. We just go to the car. She knew we were going to the car to drink. We just weren't allowed to bring the drink in the house. Out of respect for Aunt Pat, the former. Dude, she's just a fucking hypocrite. Really? Fucking hypocrite. Everybody said it. I said it too. She married an owner of a bar. That's what Uncle Oro was. He owned a bar that she was drinking at all the time. And you want to come out here and be like almighty and high and nobody can have a drink. Here's one to fucking, Miss Thornton. Why do you call her that? Because she was a pageant winning and she did that as an old lady. She was like Miss Thornton. I was like, you fucking get out of my face. Just, there's people, you walk through their house and they're like, this was me and this is me and this is all my glory and here's my plaques and are we in Russ's house again? I don't want to see all this. Really? This is the look at me tour. That's what I call him all the time. What was it? It's all about me tour or something. I'm so serious, this guy. Moving on, you could be in a relationship that's not really feeding you. Really? Come over here, I'll feed you. What, you want a chicken quesadillas last night? They were pretty good. I did something pretty cool. You know what I did? I took the jalapeno cheddar dip that you get, the Tostitos dip that you get for your chips, and I put those on the tortilla, and then I put the chicken that I already flavored and the cheese, and it had like this goodness to it. Really? Yeah, it was good. You should have some. I'm just telling you, if you want to make your own, that's what I did. Okay, moving on. So it's like, my relationship isn't really fulfilling. I'll fill you up, Buttercup. He's talking shit. Really? Yep. And that's where he's all fucked up too. It's like, and that's what I said. I said it before we met, and it was pretty cool too. And that's where it is. It's like, I love you before I met you. So it's not like anything about you really matters. It's like I can nitpick your appearance, but it's not really, your appearance doesn't matter. I love you. It doesn't matter. Really? Yeah. And that goes back to Allie. I'm way too fucking old for you. And that's appearances and everything on the surface. It's like, oh, you don't have a good job and you're not athletic and you're not this and you're not that. And it's like, I promise you, if we could just cover your eyes, you would be so in love with the world if you weren't processing this judgment of what you're looking at. And that's really what it is. It's like, nothing. I keep hearing that stupid Sinead O'Connor song. I shared it. I didn't listen to it. Maybe I need to listen to that song. Nothing compares. What was in that song, bro? Really, it's lingering like the Cranberries. Is this a bald chick thing? Really? Stop. I'm not making an inappropriate joke about fucking Jada Pinkett Smith. We're gonna keep that joke to myself. I'm pretty sure that was coming from Puck. You're not helping. He said she was as bald. Shut up. You're showing me. Stop it, dude. You're stupid as fuck. You don't like her. Anyways, he's showing me like, how like guys like slap the back of each other's. Oh God. Oh. I'm sorry. Sorry. Of course. He went. I don't know. Something about that song. Nothing compares. I don't know what we're talking about. Oh, relationships and shit. Yeah. Yeah. And that's what I said. Oh, keep your wife, but I'm your twin flame. There's something different here. Realistically, yeah, it's totally different. You're not going to have a connection like this ever. All right, reverse. The reverse card signals a difficult period is coming to an end. You might find employment, a better job, the means to rescue your business. Rescue me. Thanks. And the solution to another important problem. Progress will be slow, but things will improve. Though you might have to swallow your pride and accept help. Dude, it's the pride. That's what I said. It was just pride, Russ. It was just pride, bro. And that's what it is with fucking Wolfman. I will never. I'm not going to. It's just my inner child. It refuses. Go say hi to that guy. Go say hi to the guy. It's just how I'm programmed. That's how I've been programmed, I guess, for, I don't know, at least since my divorce. Maybe longer. Nah. Danger. Nope, we don't do that. Nope, that's not what I do. I don't do that shit. And that's what this whole journey. I don't do this. I don't do this. I don't do this. This is not what I do. Really? I don't do this. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing it. And that was my ego. I'm not facing you. I'm not dealing with you. Really, I'm fighting it, but it's not really. You see that I'm losing. I'm still doing it while I'm bitching. The inner child is just kicking and screaming while I'm dragging it to kindergarten. It's kind of been an inwards battle, but it usually comes outside too. On page 111, I'm not doing this. It's just ego and pride. Why don't you want to love that guy? It's not you. I just don't want to give in to love. When are you going to get this? Why? It makes me powerless. I like to be in control. I don't like to be out of control like that. Really? I feel embarrassed. I feel cringe. I feel a lot of things because I don't typically act like this and I'm out of control. Really? You have no control when you're in love. Just saying. I grabbed his hair, you guys. If you would have seen, it's like he's over there doing commercials for how beautiful his hair is, and everybody loves his hair, and they have these visions, and I just I have no fucking control. So it's like anything could happen if they stood in front of me. I have no fucking chill. Really, my spirit feels very comfortable to do whatever they want. It like feels like it knows them, and they can just act any type of way. And I'm just sitting there like, what the fuck are you doing with this person? Like, oh god, I can't believe I did that. And yeah, it felt so natural. Moving on. Seriously, yeah, moving back to it. You have to swallow your pride. Really? I had to put my pride down. I would never. Here I am doing what I said I'd never do. Take comfort. Your strength and determination in difficult circumstances have given you a greater understanding of how the world works and just how strong you are. I'm processing a lot of energy, bro. I feel like I'm almost going to start like a moon cycle. There's so much. I feel bloated. I didn't have no big meal, no nothing, dude. I'm serious. I feel like there's so much energy. That's why I want to walk it off. I feel like there's so much energy inside of my torso. It's an explosion, and I gotta get it out. I can feel it, dude. It's like I'm almost cramping. Like my organs are hurting. There's too much energy inside of me. Really? I don't have a long-term terminal illness, though. A slow recovery is indicated here, and it might. Oh, I guess I do. I'm terminally mentally ill. Might take some time to find the right treatment. And that's it. It's like I'm trying everything to get this. Really, it's flowing through me, and it's not really processing all the way. Really, it's gonna end up in constipation. No, just kidding. Our card said that we would have no constipation for the next 10 days. No, we are flowing. The reverse card also shows or can show that a troubled relationship is ending, and whether you realize it or not, this is a good thing, as it's been damaging you on many levels. And that's what it is. I swear it's happening. I swear. It's like, it's not even like hateful. It's just they're closing. They're closing. These chapters are closing, and that's it too. You know what I mean? Through Russ, again, I have more peace about closing the chapters with Bobby. It's like through this, they're organically closing, and I was trying to force them closed. They're just coming to an end where it's just all peace and love. Really? Yeah, we don't have to, I don't have to, we don't have to go through this intense fighting stage. And that's what I was trying to explain to us. It's like the same thing happened with Marshall when I came into union with Marshall. Oh yeah, I didn't finish that sentence. I was mad that I believe that it was all or nothing, kind of extreme, that you're supposed to fill this role. And on the way to the fact that you couldn't fill the role, I didn't acknowledge what role you did play in my life. And I was upset that you couldn't play the master role, but the role you did was so much more, was so important on the way to whoever that person is that does play that role. It's like you're, and that's what I realized with Marshall. It's like, if you do this, you know what I mean? Because I'd already done it. It's like, well, you can't be my man, so I'm going to move on. It didn't mean you couldn't be my friend, but I didn't want to be your friend. By that point, I had already gone past friendship. I wanted something more. And that's what it is with Bobby. It's like, I want something more. And since I can't have that, I can't pretend to want something less with you. Really? And that's where it was. And so I'm sitting there with Marshall, and it's like, I want more of this relationship. I want to take it to another level. And by doing that, I have messed up every relationship to this. And I realized I'm at this moment. If you keep trying to get more, it's you know what I mean? It's going to end like the other time. And it's like, is this enough? Is this enough? Can you just live with this is enough from him? And that's where I kind of stopped, or I said, but you can hear me still bitching. When are you going to grow up and just like be my partner? Really? I was like, damn. And that was my last investment. And that one I gave a lot. I was sure it was going to be, that's where I said, it's like, all right, I really wanted that one to work out most of all. But at the same time, I was like, oh, I'm getting nowhere with this guy. I'm supposed to be getting married and having kids. And this guy isn't, like, I've already had a blowjob. He's still not doing anything. Comes out, are you tired of blowjobs? Whatever. Shut up, Marshall. Seriously, and that's where it was. And it's just coming to an end. A comfortable ending. It makes sense now where it didn't. Really? Yeah. It was sad. I wanted you to be something you couldn't be, and I was mad at you for not being that. Really? Yeah. Pretty much. And I had to come to an understanding of why you couldn't be that. Not just in your life, but especially the role that I was looking to fill. Because it's not just any, it can't be any man. And then you start to realize it's got to be a special fucking individual. Someone that special, you're not going to find a needle in a haystack like that. Really? You just got to wait till we align. Who's that guy that can deal with all this? Really? I don't know. Someone that's already dealt with it on himself. Seriously? I don't know. So I would assume so. Anyways, troubled relationships are ending, and whether you realize it or not, this is a good thing. It has been damaging you on many levels. Well, the way that the standing, where our relationship was standing, was damaging on many levels. Really? Well, I just wake up and fuck Russ. Like, I just want to fuck you. Fuck you up, dude. I'm gonna fuck you up every day with my words. Really? Well, I mean, not always, but he was always doing something that I could talk shit about. It's like, oh, this guy. And it was just pattern. So now I have to break the pattern. Doesn't mean I'm going to stop talking shit. I'm just going to work on trying not to talk. Doesn't happen overnight. I'll tell you that much. Realistically, nope, because I put this way of life into being, and I've been this every day for at least, I don't know, 2 years. Now I'm going to have to change 2 years of programming and be something different. Be Christ-like. All right, Christ, take it easy. Really? Yeah, I don't know. As far as your finances and stuff, God's doing that for a reason. Really? What is he doing? He's trying to make you lean on him instead of your own knowing. I know that for sure. Really? I mean, you have something to do with it. You lost control of your finances, and the only way to get out of them is to let God in. Really? I mean, if you want magic, then you got to go to where magic comes from. Really? If you want a miracle, you got to go to the miracle maker. And what are you going to do? Humbly ask, and it shall be given in good accordance. What do you do? God, I fucked up, bro. I need your help. Please, can you give me an idea of how to get myself out of this? And if it's your first time, he'll be really glad to answer. If he's there, he might give you this, well, you do this all the time type kind of situation. It doesn't make you feel bad. He just makes you reflect. Okay, but are you ever going to learn? Yeah, I promise. I don't know. I'm not going to do this again. And then you're talking to him next week again about the same shit. He said, I thought you were going to learn. I'm working on it. That's me and Kobe. God damn it. I'm learning, Kobe. Really, Kobe delivers the message of God for me, unless I'm not listening, and I really do typically listen. I don't know where Kobe was, where I didn't hear that message. Really, you got to deliver your messages through them. Top 5, seriously, usually comes through music. You want to send me a message, and then I was like, I'm not listening to your songs, Russ. I haven't listened to Russ's music. I refused to listen to it for like 2 years. Really, even more so, Ali. I didn't listen to Marshall's last album. I don't want to hear your shit. Really, which means I don't want to give you my energy. Oh gosh, that's the perfect card. Could be a Scorpio. No, it couldn't. We're done, aren't we? I think we're done. You're married. I'm not. Go be married, and I'm going to go get married, and we're done. Realistically, I think it's pretty simple, don't you think? As far as the Scorpio goes, I think it should always have been that simple. Enjoy your happy marriage. I'm going to go have my own. Really? That's kind of it. All right, Russ, go enjoy your happy relationship. I respect your relationship. I'm sorry for disrespecting your fucking relationship. I just wanted a different relationship. Sorry to make fun of yours. I just want to have my own. Really? Fair enough. Go on with your happy relationships. The death card is the end of a cycle. I pulled the cycle card out in the Morgan. It's the most beautiful card in the deck. It's the most wonderful time. What does that mean? It's over. Death is an ending. The final ending. The final. Finish him. Really? Just means it's a new beginning. And that's where I'm at. All right, Russ. It's over. I'm just going to give you, and that's that. I don't want to pump him up. I don't want to make him a big guy because he made me feel small. Whatever. Watch me pump this guy up. It's going to be the biggest thing on the fucking internet. I don't know what it's going to do with it. Buy more shit, I suppose. What are you going to do with all this? You can go hang out with the Kardashians. You can go hang out with Louis. I'll introduce you. He's not really that cool, He's pretty dull. He has a good laugh. He listens. He's a good listener, but he doesn't really feed the conversation much. He's very quiet. He's the quiet type. Really? Yeah, he's not very loud. None of you are. I'm pretty much the loud energy. Me and Kanye. Kanye! Let's go have a party. Really? We're gonna go fuck up some shit. We don't really care. We don't really have too much respect for, societal fucking norms. We're out to just, live life to the fullest. Marshall talks about he's not afraid, but that motherfucker's afraid of some shit. Really, we're not really afraid. Kanye has the money to bail us out of jail, and we're not really breaking any crimes. What? They're like, his hate crime? I was like, all right, you're right. Yeah, they're committing hate crimes by the mouthful. Oh, that was a good one, Kanye. They got you. Oh, welcome. We're here in hell. All right, let's go to the death. Underworld tower. The death comes after the tower, right? Or does it come before? The underworld is the death card, isn't it? It's because I'm burning incense. It's an incense. All right, is this the death card? I think it is. No, it's the devil card. Okay. Where's the death card in the fucking tarot, Wolfman? There it is. I found her. It's me. It's me. All right, here we go. Death signals an end, an absolute transition from one state to another with no possibility of return. We're not going back to that way of life, Russ. Really, we're going to start over. We experience many deaths in our lives as various stages and experiences to make way for a new phase and experience. Up until now, the ultimate transformation of physical death and rebirth. Death initiates change. In the tarot, death represents a sudden and unexpected change in which one phase of your life is coming to an end, so another one can begin. And that's what it is. I have to end these for me to get into that higher state of love. I had a lot of, stuff to still deal with, obviously. When are you ever going to be done? That's what I asked like 2 years ago. They said, like, never. I just have to be healed enough. Just enough. Really? I keep thinking I'm enough, and then I blow up, and I'm like, well, that was very unhealed. I understand why I'm still single. Really? I mean, it's never not an understanding. I have full understanding. I'm trying to do something that I don't understand, which is, why am I doing this? Oh, because God said. It's Monday. I'll keep working on that, like I will for the rest of my life. Moving on. With the pagan tradition, what is this? Oh. As with any death, there will be a period of mourning and sadness. If you resist or try to deny this inevitable change, it will be distressing and protracted. Really, you gotta just let it die. It's after the tower. That's what I was like. Is it after the tower? No, it's after justice. You got sentenced. This is your life sentence. Really? Things just have to come to an ending. Really? Mm-hmm. With the pagan tradition, that's why I said, I might be married the next time you show up. With the pagan tradition, initiation is a very real death and rebirth process that fundamentally alters a person. He's probably going through a death, an ego death for sure. Everything he thought about me is not true. Whatever he was thinking, he stood right before me. This is the girl that you've been terrorizing on the internet. And I'm just sitting there smiling and listening to his music. I'm like, not what you, like, this is the dude. And that's where I was like, this is the dude. Really? The money doesn't make you look 6'5". You stood on that stoop and you were still, stupid. Just kidding. Really? Seriously, your money didn't buy you anything in that club. You were still, you know what I mean? It was just that. And that's what it is. You stand before a person and nothing, you're naked before the stars. Really? How awful it was for you to try to perform knowing I was standing right there watching your every movement. You invited me to watch. Stupid. What am I supposed to do is watch you. I didn't want you to watch that hard. What was I supposed to? You told me to listen and watch. You told everyone, I'm listening. I'm watching. That's what I always tell you. Are you paying attention to yourself? You're always trying to tell everyone else to look at you. Are you looking at you? All right, that's what it is. He's fundamentally altered. That fucked up his life. He's looking at his girl. It's like, we were like competing with her. That's weird. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, that's so weird. I told you it was weird. What are you doing? You had this fucking image of who I was in your head. You needed to meet me to see that this is, you're being weird. That was equally weird for me too. Really? I thought you were like magically powerful in that, like you were here to destroy my life. You're really not. You're really just God's fallen Lucifer. Seriously? And that's why I went back to I was like, this whole fucking thing makes so much sense. Is us two kids in the dirt just terrorizing the world. The old self dies so that the new self may be born. It can be very painful as the old self is stripped away and the birthing pains of the new self are felt. It really is. You're dying. What you were is no longer what you are, and you don't even know what you're going to be anymore. You just hurt that you can't be that anymore. It is like having a baby. You have the baby, and it's like, that this is coming. You know that when this baby comes, it's going to change your life forever. It's already starting to. It's changing your body. It's changing your eating habits. You're changing your wardrobe. It's starting to change. But when it gets there, you sit there and you're like, I'm never going to be that person again. I'm 16 years old. I'm never going to be a normal girl again. My life is forever changed. And it was sad because I can't do what other girls do ever again now. I'm not them anymore. I've become something different. I don't really know what it means to be a mom. This is my first kid and I'm becoming this, but I don't get to be a girl anymore. I don't get to be a teenager anymore. I don't get to be that. And that's painful. I'm really happy to be a mom, but I'm really sad of what just happened. I just lost my life. A part of it has changed forever. I'm going to cry not because of that, but I do this all the time. There's no going back. I don't, when I left my house and stuff, when I left music, when I left my job, I don't know what I'm going to become, but this hurts letting go of this. And I know I have to let go of this. And I'm here, and I'm so glad I did, because I'm in such a better place. But it just hurt. It just hurt to let go of everything that I held dear. I worked so hard on that house. I worked so hard on that life. I knew it was no good for me, and this is what I had to do, but it didn't take away how painful it was to strip away. And I didn't. God didn't strip it. I literally took it off and gave it to him, crying. Just take it, God. Just take my life. I believe you're going to give me a new one. And it was very hard. I don't know what I'm going to do now. But God says it's going to be okay. I knew why I had to give up my music. I knew, you have the inner knowing. It's like, but if I give this up, I have nothing. And that's where you have to sit, is in the nothing, so that God can bring you something new. It's only when you have nothing that you can receive something. But if your hands are full and gripped on and you're holding on too tight for what you do have, you have no room for something better. Most of you, he will strip it away. He'll take away your job for unforeseen circumstances. We're downsizing. We're doing this, you know what I mean? Something. And it's like, he took that away only so that he could give you some peace and give you something better. You're not going to get a worse job. That's not how that works. Look back at your life. You got a more challenging job, but it wasn't worse. You don't get worse jobs. You get better jobs. You don't get worse lovers. You get better lovers. Or the same one. You might go back and get the same fucking job and the same fucking lover. That's how you guys be doing. You'd be going back to your exes and shit. You don't even want to try another person. I might be talking to you, Russ. I might be talking to all of us. Really? Seriously, though. It's like, I know I got to let this go and I have nothing to hold on to, but it's just the understanding that this is no longer good for me. Really? Yeah. And it can be the most simplistic things. I'm seeing the fight with my blanket. The blanket was, what it was all I had from there was very minimal things I had from my house. When I left my house, my blankets, I grabbed some blankets, some pillows, clothes, just random shit. And so I'm sitting there and I got to pack up and I got to get back in my car. I'm leaving Chris's house and I got to pack up my life again. And I don't have room. It's always been a problem with room in my situation. My fucking spirituality takes up all the trunk. Really? It always has. It always has taken up all my trunk. So, it was more important than anything else we carried. So, with that being said, I'm trying to pack up everything and I'm sitting there and I have my old blanket and then I have this new comforter set, this king comforter set that they gave me. And my spirit's like, you got to let go of this. You don't have room for this in your life. I'm like, I can't let go of this. This is all I have from that old life. It's like, but you have a new life and a new blanket. You don't need the old blanket. And it was really hard. Sometimes it's something so simplistic. And I felt like a baby that wouldn't give up their blanket, their pacifier. It wasn't like that blanket meant anything to me when I lived in the house. It was just a blanket. But you think about it, it was my comfort blanket. Every time I went to bed, that blanket laid me to rest. So when I'm on the street, this is what I have to remind me of home. And now I'm about to lose my little, security blanket. It's kind of funny, but it's not. And that's what it was all the way along the way. You got to stop talking to this person. No, I really want to talk. And that was Morgan. That was B. That was a lot of them. It's like, no, I really want. Nope. They were only here for you to learn some lessons, bro. They're not your friend. They're not somebody that, they got you this far, but you can't just keep hanging out with this person. They're holding you back. You met them on a level, but now that's it. And that's where it is too. It's like, you don't want to. You want to hold on to this idea that it'll work out. Really? Yeah. It's hard. It's part of it, and that's the initiation. It's in all the cards. It's an ego death, a death of you. Something of you dies, and it transforms you, and then you're reborn. But the death process, the transformation process, is absolutely painful. It's your brain. That's why they call it an ego. Your pride, your vanity, your thoughts, your dreams, everything you thought. That's the ego. Is crashing. And it's sending off electronic waves through your entire body. And that fucking crashes your body. The emotional overload that this comes just from your brain being fucked up by this. Which is what? Your boyfriend's leaving you. You quit your job. You know what I mean? The house caught on fire. You can't pay your bills. Like some kind of loss. And that was that 5 of fucking cups right there. That 5 of coins. This is a physical loss that we're taking right now. And it sucks because, even if you didn't see yours coming, I just see them coming. It doesn't mean they don't happen. I can see them coming, but it's going to come no matter what. There's a fucking wave that's about to come wash this away. What can we do? We leave. We evacuate. If we want to make this out, if we want to make it out of this alive, we abandon some of the things that mean most to us. Really? And that's cut your losses. The tower comes next, right? You know when the relationship is over when you're just holding on. You know when the job is no good and you're just holding on. You know. And you can only hold on for so long before God sends the tower. Because ultimately, He's not trying to ruin your life. He's trying to give you a better life. Really? This is no good for you. And that's where it gets sad. I've seen it. He'll send a tower for me that hits everybody else. And I feel so bad because I knew this was meant for me, but everybody else got fucked up in the wake because I didn't, you know what I mean? It's like the karma. I don't know. Like, if I won't give up a job, right? If I wasn't to give up a job, He'd shut that whole business down, and now all of us are out of a job just because I didn't walk away. You know what I mean? That goes back to my first video. I was supposed to get on a video and record my feelings, but I was like, no, I'm going to go to the dispensary instead. I was ignoring my calling. I get to the dispensary, the whole dispensary's down. Nobody can get weed because I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do. The second I walked away from there and I got online, the dispensary opened. Everybody else could do this now, but I wasn't allowed to. And that's where it's like, here comes my tower. It's going to fuck us all up. And that's where I'd be trying to avoid your karma. You got karma coming, and it's going to hit me. And I guess I shouldn't be afraid of it because there's nothing that you got coming that I haven't already dealt with. There's nothing that you got coming that I can't deal with you. But I guess I'm always trying to avoid, somebody else's ass whooping. I got my own bullies. I don't want to face yours. But I guess we could both get our ass kicked with your bully. Really? I mean, if you're standing next to me, you're seeing me get my ass kicked by my bullies, which are just my shadows. Really? Mm-hmm. You can only hold on for so long. And it just hurts the pride to let go of this dream, this ambition, this way of life, that's all it is. It's just pride. And that's what I said. It was just pride, Russ. I just thought and ultimately I thought I was too good to love you. That you didn't deserve my love, bro. That's all it was. And I was ashamed to be in love with a person like you. And I didn't understand that. And I think ultimately what painted you out to be a bad person was how you treated me. Because you weren't a bad person until you treated me badly. All right, going back to it. Reverse. The reverse shows that you are resisting change, and in consequence, your life is stagnating, leaving you miserable, tired, and depressed. Instead, you cling to bad relationships, emotional baggage, and past hurt, negative patterns of behavior, and old beliefs that no longer serve you. I'm not reading any further than this because it's only going to make it worse. Really? You want to see? 7 of Cups, illusions, confusion. You have too many fantasies. You think that you have options, but you really don't. There's only one option. The path is straight and narrow. You're trying to look for possibilities. You're trying to look for an out. I don't want to do it this way. There's got to be another way. There's got to be another way. That's what this card is. Really, don't forget to take your mushrooms. That's funny. I don't even know why that's there. Really? Well, each of those represent something in our lives and what we're chasing. Realistically, yeah, look at it real deep. You know what I mean? Those are all a representation. That's a language to me. And that's, not being able to make up your mind, but realizing your mind is just making up shit. You know what you gotta do. You're just looking for anything else but to do what you have to do. Really? This is the card of Loki, I think. No, not Loki. Loki's the 7 of Swords, the liar. The 7 of Cups is about illusions. You're discontent. While daydreaming is pleasurable, make sure that you're not mistaking illusions for reality. Don't lose yourself in sensual pleasure like drugs or alcohol. You may have been neglecting your spiritual life, or equally, you might be flittering from one thing to another, confusing fact with fantasy. Do not follow the path of, and that's where people believe They're trying to support, like someone like Wolfman, he's trying to support his actions that they're spiritually guided. God told me to do this, or I'm on my path, or I'm doing, you know what I mean? They try to confirm, they're trying to use spirituality to boot as confirmation to what they're doing, rather than doing what spirituality dictates. He's trying to say that the universe was, he said that a while ago. He tried to say the universe helped him get into the Iron Man. No, he didn't. You begged with a terrible fucking letter. You begged and pleaded and you manipulated to get yourself into a place that you weren't ready to be. And it's clear. You are not fit for that. And it's going to take a lot to get fit with those guys. Really? I'm seeing it. I'm starting to understand what you signed yourself up for. And that's where it is you thought too much of yourself. You didn't have respect for the people that train all year. You thought you could train in 5 months and you could be, one of them. I don't think so, bro. And you found that out your first little run through the mountains where you chafed your balls. And I go back to that. I apologize for making fun of you because I didn't know what kind of painful situation you put yourself in. But that's what you put yourself in, trying to be competitive. And I told him, I was like, I looked it up. You're going to be running out there with women. And I got it on camera. Big old chunky women like myself. Like you weren't, these women, you know what I mean? That was just your mindset taking you to do shit that don't make no damn sense. You're doing it out of pride, out of vanity, out of ego. You're doing it not because you're going to win, but you want to show off to the women and to the people that you're doing something. And when that's done, what will you do next? There's no difference with what's going on with, the rappers. This is their new project, and they got to show that they're being productive, and this is what they've been working on, and they got to work on this, and then it's off to another project. And that's where every one of these things are temporary for you. Like, I know God wanted this, God brought me to this, and God did this. No, you're dragging yourself through this, dude. This has nothing to do with spirituality. You're being driven by pride and ego, vanity, money, all of this. Do not follow the path of illusion. It is a dead end. Fulfillment cannot be obtained by shortcuts or drugs, and it cannot be bought. This card also means that many opportunities surround you, but you cannot keep all the options open forever. You must make a decision to turn any of them into a reality. And I go back to that. I have a lot of men that I love, but there was never an option. Trust me. I believe that they were the perfect option until I realized that it wasn't even a possibility. Bobby was never a real possibility, just something that I really hoped for. That was never real. None of it really was. And that's where I would go back to God. Why did you let me believe that bullshit? Because it kept your hopes up. And if you didn't believe in them, you wouldn't have anything to believe in. Fair enough. Really? That's why I was like, what the fuck was you thinking? When you start out, never, and that's where I started out. I didn't believe in recovery or possibilities of being in a relationship with anyone. I started out with, I didn't believe in anyone. And then he gave me really hard ones that nobody could believe in. And yet I did. And that showed I believed when I couldn't. And that was training for what the rest of my life would look like and how I became what I am now. I have to believe it to see it. Really? And if I do, it can manifest. Really? Mm-hmm. Going back to it, I can hear it. I always believed I'd stand in front of Russ. I was always afraid that the things I thought would come back because I was manifesting. I was believing this with all my heart. I believed this would work. And then, when I started to learn how belief worked, I was like, you put so much belief into that could come back. Just because it didn't work then doesn't mean you didn't put all that love into it. You didn't put all that, you didn't feed that fire for so long, like it didn't burn something. You started a fire and you kept that fire burning for a long time. You can't expect that when it's all done, that something's not going to grow in that grass. Really? Yeah. Something like that. Why did I believe that? It kept you busy. You needed something to believe in. But that's where you have to be able to be flexible in your beliefs. You can't be one-minded, one mindset, because you will get stuck. That thought will only take you so far. It's not going to take you to the end. You let's see. You must make a decision to turn any of them into a reality. Remember, things are not always what they seem, and what appears to be the most appealing choice may turn out to be a poisoned chalice. Meaning, I think this is the best option for me. Based on what? What does your heart say? Your mind's telling you no, that there's a better chance, there's a better person, but what does your heart say? And that's where you think that you're making the best choice based on logic, but logically speaking, that's not how we're supposed to be doing this. We're supposed to be trusting our heart and what it says. Really? Because the heart is all powerful. It's not going to let us down. We might have a challenging experience, but you learn to trust the heart. That's what I do all the time around here. Fucking go with what my heart says and fight the mind. Really? But I give into it sometimes. The mind's like, I'm going to do this. All right, I'll take care of you. Reverse meaning, you are living in a dream world, trying to escape the real one, perhaps using drugs and alcohol. There we go again. Really? I could be. Everybody's drinking today. Really? Alternatively, you may be spending all your time dreaming, meditating, or doing trance work, leaving you ungrounded and unbalanced. You need to come back to Earth. What is it that you're afraid of in the real world? That's where I told you I struggle with that. I don't want to be part of that world. Why? Have you lived in it? Hello? You're letting genuine opportunities pass you by to escape into a fantasy life. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. It's not the first of the month, but it is a wake-up call. Really? Yeah. And that's where it is your 20 years could have gone by with me and Russ, too. I could have let 20 years go by and I never just said hi. Just because I held a grudge about him being a jerk-off during my awakening. It could have been longer than that. I told Lewis, I'll never talk to you in this life. You are never welcome around me. Really? You're so fucking low vibrational. You didn't really do nothing to me. He's a bad influence on my people. That's what I said, dude. You guys are bad influences. You can't be around me and my people. I'm trying to influence them to be better. They get around you and then we're no better. Really? That's what I told Marshall. Can't be around you until you're healed, dude. Because I already talk enough shit. I don't need you to help me. Really? I need you to help me stop talking shit. How are we going to stop talking shit? This isn't good. Really? That goes back to Bob. We all have some issues, dude. How are we going to, me and Russ are always being nice to everyone. This isn't going to work, dude. One of us has got to put our foot down. We can't be nice to everybody all the fucking time. Fucking people pleasing and shit. Realistically, I'm going to be the bad guy. Or you want to be the bad guy. They call me the devil. They called you the devil. That's so funny. I laugh at him. You have no fucking power. Really? He's powerless to pride. What's the fucking outcome? Oh, God. It came twice. You're going to take a loss. We all are. We lose. There's things you have to learn how to... That's what I told you. It's not a losing mentality. It's a surrender. It's a detachment. There's things that you have to give up. I don't like to say it as losing because that sounds so awful. I had to surrender a lot. And that's where it is God didn't take my life. I didn't lose my life. I gave it up. Change the narrative. But yeah, that's the same card we just pulled. The 5 of coins. Yeah, we already read that. Damn it. It ends how it started. Well, let's hope that it ends on a positive note. But basically, that's where you are. Restrictions. Could be your relationship, whatever. And that's kind of how it is you'll face one only to face another. The process is starting. Really? The death, transformation, and rebirth. I pulled the Dark Night of the Soul last night and was reading about it. This is what it looks like, guys. How long does it go on? As long as you can take it. And as I told Russ, as long as you don't give up on yourself, it'll all work out. But if you stop in the middle, bro, you stop in the middle of your growth, you're going to just be a dirty growth. Really, you're not going to be the full version of what you were supposed to be when you give up and you stop and you get stagnant and you don't want to do this no more. I don't want to do this no more. Yeah, I don't either. But you haven't really seen. It's like being in a fat camp. It's like you keep walking and you're not losing weight, and you keep walking and you keep doing all these exercises and you're not seeing the results. And that's where Kobe comes in. You're not going to see this for a while. We have to make it a pattern to where you're no longer walking to lose weight. You're walking because this is a way of life, and living this way of life will make you lose weight. Really? Yeah. The boot camp is not an immediate fix. The boot camp is the training for life. You know what I mean? Like, you're not a warrior in boot camp. You're not a fucking veteran in boot camp. You're not any of that in boot camp. You're being trained to be a US soldier, right? You have to keep going through it. And then it's like, after you go through boot camp, you don't, it's not like, oh, okay, now I'm a trained US soldier and I'm ready for combat. You still, hold on, buddy. You still have to learn how to apply all that. You know what I mean? In your field of study, you're not just ready to go. And that's just kind of how it is. It's like one dark night of the soul. You went through one ego death. Like, you mean like all your life, or you mean like in a year? Like only one part of you died so a new part could be born? And that's where it is you're ever, that's the phoenix. You're dying to yourself and being reborn all the time. A new part of you is birthing while an old part is dying. It's happening all the time. And that's life. Every time a soul leaves a body, another soul is coming in to a new body. And it could be the same exact soul. I've seen that with Takeoff. I swear to you, the same day he died is the same day he was born again in a new body. I swear to you. I didn't come into a new form for, you know what I mean, fuck, 20,000 years, something like that. Or what is it, 200 fucking whatever. I was here from the 1700s, 200 years, whatever. 1700s to 1982. We're in the 17. Who gives a shit? Round up. Really? It doesn't matter. It's Woody's Roundup. Do you know how many fucking years? Years don't matter. Time only matters here as you're getting old and have wrinkles and your body can't do what it's supposed to. Then you realize that time exists. Till then, it doesn't really. Till your time is limited, it doesn't really matter. And my time is not. I have 99 years. It's not limited. But we have a lot to do with this time. Why did he give us so much time? Because there's a lot to do in that time. And that's what they said. If you get your job done sooner, you could die sooner and get out of here. But if you do that, if you cut your life shorter, just remember you're gonna miss these people. You're gonna miss this experience if you take off those years. Because realistically, I only have to stick it out with you for at least the next 35. I got to get you through the dark days. After that, I can go home. But they said spend some time here enjoying the new time. Right? And that's where it is. When I die, after I'm done, Kobe's gonna come up, and that's where it is. It's like he might be birthed during that time. He'll be there during the new time to walk you guys through the new time while I'm out. Really? Yeah. And that's it. And then we go start this somewhere else. And then I had said it in this life that I'll be back in 1,000 years. So write it in your books and look for the signs. Really? I'll be back. It's her. She's back. Yep, I'm back. How was it? I'll tell you all, as soon as I can remember, I'll tell you about everything I've seen and what I'd been through. Because that's all I ever do anyways. Come back with all the goodies. My goodies, which is the story, the knowledge, and the wisdom of the gods. She had another life. She's come back to share with us her life. And that's what happens when you die. You come back and you tell them all about your life. And they tell you what they saw and you tell them what you felt. What was it like? Remember that we saw you do this thing. Oh, yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, and you did this thing. Yeah, that was crazy. And they just live their life through you. Really? And then you file it away. Well, that was fun. Let's go see what other people are doing. Because we're done talking about your life. And then it's like, well, I guess I'm going to get a life now. Really? You're going to go do a life? Yeah, I'm going to go have a life. That's it. Are you going to have a life? Or are you just going to keep doing your life? Really? I guess. Death is a good thing. Endings are good. Really? If nothing ever ended, if the end of the workday didn't end, that would suck. If the sun never went down, that would suck. If we never, you know what I mean? If things didn't end, it would suck. Is this song ever going to end? Is this commercial ever going to end? Is this fucking light ever going to change? Yes, it is over. This too shall pass. Thank God. I felt like I was there forever. Really? Endings are good. As far as loss, you have to lose to gain. Really? As far as this, your options, it's in your head. Really? Maybe you have a bunch of options. Maybe you do have like 5 girls that you could date, and you could marry all of these girls and all of this shit. I really don't. That was never even true. I have fucking lots of men that I love, that I don't want to, that I love with all my heart, but dating them and marrying them has never been a real option. I tried to put it in my head a couple times. It didn't work out so well. Fuck was I thinking? What the fuck? And I'm standing there looking at Russ. Was I thinking about having sex with you? I must have. I must have said something sexy that brought up that whole conversation. Did I say something sexy to you? Did I say I was going to suck your dick or something? This is so weird. Really? This is all weird right now. Take your shirt off. Let's see how this feels. Just kidding. I'm serious. It's like, oh, this was never really an option. It was all in my head. Really? That's what I was like, God, what the fuck was I thinking? I was just in love. I thought my love saw no end. Really? Until I woke up and I was like, this needs to end right now. Really? I'm serious. I didn't know how to give up. That goes back to Lewis. Like, my husband's like, I wasn't giving up on those relationships until I was like, all right, I give up. I surrender. I suck. I'm done. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm done. Really? That's the loss. I took a loss. I took a huge L on that one. But in the end, this is going to be a win. Really? I can't tell you how bad it felt to get divorced. You know, I can go back to that courthouse downtown. I can go back to that day. I was fighting for my freedom, but I felt like such a fucking loser. And even now, I'm barely free. I still haven't even fucking moved. Dude, I didn't get no hot girl summer. I didn't get no dick fest. I didn't do nothing after my divorce. I just sat around fucking fucked up for fucking 10 years. Well, it's been a long time. But yeah, it's been like 8 years, dude. That I'm like, geez, am I ever gonna I was like, oh, you keep on with that terrible relationship. That's no good for you. I just hope you don't end up like me. I don't know. And that's where it is. I might be projecting. You might have the best relationship, and you guys get along fine, and you just, you know, I don't know, whatever you are. I'm trying to have that Addams family, dude. I'm trying to have that Addams family. I want the house to look like it too. I even got the fucking hanging stuff. Really? I'm a weirdo. Really? Yeah. We pray to the dead. We walk through the cemeteries. We, you know, have parties under the moon and dancing. I just am. Can't I just be? I understand why you don't want to be with me. I didn't before. Really? Well, that makes sense. Maybe understand why I didn't want to be with you. That makes more sense. Hey, I love you guys. Good luck with your adventures today. And go out and have a barbecue. Really? Yeah. Or barbecue yourself. Invite